Hello there and good morning YouTube. How the hell are you? My name's Vac and we're here to play some Marvel Strike Force. Welcome to Mortytown TV. Just settle on in and get swifty.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
So just making sure that my alerts are working. And they have. My ping cord bot is working correctly. Excellent. So, jumping right into this. I want to thank you for showing up this morning. We're just gonna run through a quick playthrough session, and then get on with our day. So I've already bought my energy for the morning. Just did my donation, but we still have plenty left to do. We're going to do Dark Dimension 3 this morning. We've got some raids we need to do. Let's check the timing on those raids, in fact. Still 4 hours left. 1 hour left on the Alt 7, but I'm pretty sure I've done my entire lane. I have. So we'll just go ahead and go spend our energy, which we're going to use to farm up Superior Basic Catalyst to try to finish off Kingpin here. It would be very nice if we could get Kingpin. Good morning, Adrian Thomas. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming back. So, yeah, we're going to see about getting, I don't think we're going to get the full 180 we need here, but we're going to try. Because if we can get Kingpin finished off, we can get Kingpin into Dark Dimension 3 today. As in on this live stream. And that's the plan if we can get there. But we need 30 more and we're not going to have enough energy. But maybe later today, maybe by tomorrow. We still need to do some store farming, so maybe we'll pull enough out of there to finish up. In fact, we very well might. If I was willing to whale out just a little and refresh. That put us, look at that, that was good. That put us within 2. We might get this one straight up with energy. Let's go ahead and plan to do all 3 of these at some point today. Because then after we finish this, we'll be working on the next one. Oh, that sucked. Got nothing out of that. That got us there. That got us there. We're going into DD3 4 strong, and I'm pretty excited about it. All right. All right.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
That deserves a wubba lubba dub dub. All right, so that's going to put us to gear tier 14, and I believe this is the first 7 red star character that I'm raising to 14. He's also a character I have put absolutely 0 T4s in, so he's not fully maximized. But it's just that first time I've taken a gear tier 14 character that's 7 red stars all the way up. Heimdall is getting there. I think the next closest would probably be Black Panther, also pretty close. So that puts Kingpin into the running for Dark Dimension now. Also puts him up on my top page for the first time ever, right? So that's cool. That's cool. So we're making progress, man. We'll grab our stuffs. Let's see, we need to do arena challenges, raids, blitz. We need all of that. We're going to finish up with blitz because we're going to do a lot of blitz. Because it's Red Star Rampage Day. And Vac likes red stars. So let's go do our challenges. We've got all these T12s completed now, so it's just a matter of auto farming. I wish I could have I don't want a bot to blitz for me. I want a bot to pick up all these orbs. That's what I want. I want a bot to go through and do my challenges and all this other pedantic everyday kind of stuff that I have been dealing with for 2 years. So anyway, arena raids, purchases, and blitz. Let's do purchases. Let's go right to supplies. Let's go farm the store out. That's a very big part of your Marvel Strike Force day. Even if you are not yet at the point where you are raising characters with orange gear, if you have the money, you should maybe consider buying the mini uniques when you see them if you don't have at least 50 or so, just to get like a pile built up for when you do want to go to Dark Dimension 3, especially marrow extracts, because you're going to want to take those symbiotes and they require a lot of bio gear. So try to plan ahead on that. All right, so let's see here. I got nothing I need on supplies for Blitz. Not really much here either. We'll grab all of that. Well, we'll grab the catalyst at least. Don't have enough for an orb yet. Let's see here. Sure enough, what I'm hoping for are some Alpha Flight ciphers, but I don't see any. We'll grab these basic catalysts. They're just too valuable. But what we're really looking for are rares that we need. And we got plenty of these. Definitely got plenty of these Shagathiger. So we're good there. One more refresh. No joy. Nothing that we really desperately need. I'm doing pretty good on all of these. So I'll grab one more pack of basics and move on. And let's see who's upgradable today. Ghost Rider. Be nice. The Thing. Coulson to 7. I'm saving it all for Black Order, though. I'm saving it all for Black Order. So we'll move on. How are we looking on Arena? Somebody knocked me down to 3. That's beautiful. So let's get an attack out now, and let's go take Unclouded. Insane Lucky. Lucky changed his name. He was just Lucky before. But I know it's the same guy, because there's only 3 of us in my shard that have like a top-end Black Order team, and he's one of them. So even if I don't recognize the name, I recognize the team. So we'll get some Children of Thanos on Children of Thanos. Alright, so I'll take my first opening shot straight at Ebony Maw to hit the left side of that formation. Takes half of Corvus's life with a basic. So he'll flip all of my buffs, which hurts, but we only have to endure it long enough to get back around to my Thanos, which is soon. And then he'll flip everything back. Pretty much save Proxima's life. Since we flipped his taunt, now we can hit that left side again, and that should finish off Proxima. Corvus is probably a dead man walking thanks to the bleeds, and probably so is actually Ebony Maw. So we'll just go ahead and buff up. Yep. We'll attack Thanos and just kill all of this. There we go. So he's going to throw a moon on me. That killed my Proxima. But we'll recover. It's still 4-on-2. And also, the counterattacks are going to be legendary. And we'll drain a little health, which he cannot do now. And let's see this in all of its glory. Love it.
Riggedy, wrecked, son!
So now all we got to do is just wear down the big guy. Love it. Easy peasy. So we're going to hold at number 2 there. We don't really want to go after number 1 until later this evening. Right around dinner time on my time scale. That's when we hit it. About 10 minutes before the rewards are calculated. And that way, even if something comes up and I miss it, I get second place. Which is only a 50 core difference. Now don't get me wrong, I want those 50 cores. Sometimes things happen. I'm at work when that comes around. So sometimes I can get it and sometimes I can't. So I just want to, in the morning, put myself in a good position to get there. Okay, so that's going to be, let's see here. Arena, Raid, Blitz. Yeah, okay. We did not make 3 purchases. Is that How did that? My brain. I didn't refresh the main store, I guess. Or at least not enough. We're going to grab those ciphers. That's good. I'm glad I saw that. That's good. We'll take these catalysts. We definitely need these isomers. And that should get us to where we needed to be. So I hope everybody's having a good morning. Or evening, or whatever time of the day it is where you're at. I have a bit of an international audience, I've been noticing. And I hope that my AM streams, at least for my time, AM, are helping with that. Because I know for a lot of people, when the major streamers are streaming for Marvel Strike Force, it's not always at a time that is helpful if you live in Australia or Europe or etc. If you're in Europe, it's super late when they're streaming. And I stream at that time also, but I try to get in as many morning streams as I can just to get myself out there a little further. And also, I play every morning, so I might as well record it. This whole morning session, evening session routine I've had going for years before I ever bought a webcam and started doing this. So okay, that's all we're getting there. Got that done. Got the 3 purchases done. So now we need arena, raids, and blitz. So let's go right to raids. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab Baxos and put him in as well. So we'll go straight to this beta raid, and we're not at 60% yet, so we need a little push to get us over the edge. So bio lanes is an easy choice for me, man. Good morning, Frank. Welcome back to the stream, buddy. I see, 4 p.m. in South Africa. Well, good. I'm going to try to continue to do as many of these morning streams as I can. If I miss one, it usually is the morning. But I try not to miss one, because it's a pain in the butt for me, because if I'm not sitting here at this computer playing this game, then I'm off trying to do stuff and autoplay on my phone, and that gets a bit much. Like, I'm pretty good at blitzing while I carry on a conversation with someone, but the smart ones clue in that you're not looking at Facebook. You're doing something. But it is what it is. I mostly played this game on my phone for the first year because I was working 12-hour shifts every single day, and which is where a lot of the fun money that went into building this account came from. I was working a lot of hours, and so I'm at work making good money. I might as well spend part of that money on a game that I can play at work, and so that's how all this kind of got started. I have never played a game for this long. At least not in a long time. There were some MMOs I played for this long back in the day, but nothing recent for sure. But I've been at this for better than 2 years now. And most games these days just don't have that kind of staying power, right? You play them for a month or two, you beat them, you move on, you buy another $60 game, right? So this has actually not been terribly cost prohibitive for me either, because my entire gaming budget goes to it now. And I used to buy a couple of games a month at least. I easily would spend $200 a month on games. Steam is crying now that they've lost all that money. Like, Steam's like, wait a minute, come back, we have a summer sale. Please come buy games. Okay, let's definitely go right at their energy generator there, Star-Lord. Beautiful. This team, it behooves you to kind of open up by setting up their combinations. But like once they're mid raid and they're halfway down the lane, and you know all the opening combo is really not an option because you're coming in midway through ability regenerations, etc. They're just a great autoplay team, man. There's no having to really knuckle down and turn by turn. Like you can just kind of like they'll take care of it for you. They'll take care of it. I mean, maybe one day when they make these Greek raids harder, if we ever get a Greek raid 5 level, or if they add difficulty levels to it, that might be different. But until then, man, I mean, I'm don't have a hard time with it, and I'm just trying to push my lane as much as I can and try to help my guild work on getting 100%. Which we're not there yet, but we're working on it. We get a little closer every day. We've recruited some good people lately. And I feel like we're going to step up on that. So here I like to take, is a weird combination, I know, but it works out pretty well on this node. I like to take Asgard plus Ultron. All right, we're going to go right at one of the more dangerous minions in the game, Sentry. And that's exactly why. But no issues for this team. So essentially, having everybody stealth is the same as having nobody stealth, so that worked out to my favor. Let's try to get the Shocker out of there. Both of them. Oh, I just saw the Carnage. Probably could focus that. There we go. So we get these raids knocked out, and we'll go do Dark Dimension 3 next. Dark Dimension 3 with 4 city characters. We're almost got a full team, man. Maybe we'll have a full team by the time we get to the end of it. Hopefully by that point I will have gotten and farmed up enough bone marrow that we could do that. So what do we see here? We got Bio and Mutant. We got Bio and Mystic. I think maybe Baxos is going to prefer Bio and Mystic. He is. Because he'll take basically the defenders plus Miss Marvel with that combination, and that works out pretty decent as a raid team. So we'll just take down this other lane and we'll go straight Bio, of course, with our symbiotes. At 400k power, they seem to be able to basically just roll nearly every raid in Greek. Not so much U7, obviously, right? It takes a little more Dream Team kind of combination of characters for that. But I do know people who have used Symbiote Spider-Man in U7 to great effect. For sure.
For real, times a million, buddy.
Let's start with Strange and go from there. Damn you, Riot Guard. So annoying. But that is what Loki is here to do, is be annoying. But it's PvE, it doesn't matter. They're going to roll all of this, no problem. This is one of those things where you could walk away from the computer and you'd be fine. And that's handy because, like I say, I'm playing on my phone a lot. Like here, when I'm sitting at my desk in my home, sure, yeah, I mean, I could take all the care and time that I wanted. I still don't because I'm used to just auto playing through stuff and we got a lot to do. But I could take all the time and the care I wish to. But when I'm out there in the world, when I'm working, or if I'm trying to multitask, etc., talk to somebody at the same time, then having a team that you can just hit autoplay and kind of look at the phone every now and then and make sure everything's okay, that's very valuable. That's very valuable in a game like this. So here we go, our last energy for this Greek raid. I don't know if we're going to buy any more. We'll see what we look like after we get through Baxos' energy. How close to 60 we are. We're a couple hours away still. So I feel like the other Mortys are going to get us over the hump if I don't. So that's nice. That's nice. The Defenders plus Miss Marvel combo on the free-to-play is doing pretty good. He's going to be held up waiting on this fight now, though, because the lanes have joined. Still 10 left to go. Let's go ahead and get... Spider-Man might be dead man walking. We'll leave that be. Let's get Wanda. Let's get Wanda. 1 second. All right, there we go, good timing. All right, so we got that freed up now. More of the same for both. Let's go ahead and we'll just get we'll do the 50s. Just to be sure we hit 60. I think we will easily, but the closer I can push us to 100, the more I can light a fire under my people. There's something about being tantalizingly close that gets people to put that extra effort in, Can't wait to play with that Kingpin in Dark Dimension 3. That's going to be fun. So did all you Americans out there shoot off tons of fireworks this weekend? I saw a bunch. I didn't shoot any, but I don't like to spend my money on them. You can pretty much see a lot of nice, pretty explosions for free when you live in an American city during the 4th. And, I saved my money for Marvel Strike Force. Well, that and my other habits. Cocaine, hookers, that kind of thing. Can't give that up. Come on. I mean, I'm probably going to catch COVID, but whatever. There we go. Let's start this off with Mordo. His status effects are just tough to deal with sometimes. tend to prioritize summoners these days. The new changes really buffed summoners a lot. And with their summons now getting red stars and etc., summoners are pretty beef. And Ronin, who used to be arguably the worst character in the game, is now fairly good. I wouldn't say he's meta, but he's fairly good. Like, if I pulled a 7 red star Ronin, I'd be okay with that. I'm pretty well okay with the 7 red star Kingpin that I pulled. Number 1, because I'm about to take him into Dark Dimension 3 for the city phase. And number 2, because his summons are actually tanky. They're actually tanky. They don't die in one hit. Or at least not as often. Big hits, yeah, they die in big hits, but not little hits. Not normal stuff. You ain't taking them out with a basic, I know that. Alright, so now we're in the hundreds. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That puts us just shy of 60%, and Baxos has still got a few nodes he's going to roll through, and then of course all the other Mortys are waking up right now, getting out and about their day for the most part. So in the next 4 hours, we're going to hit that 60% mark. So we're waiting on this raid. There's nothing I can do about this right now, which makes it now Dark Dimension 3 time. So we're going to Dark Dimension. We're on our final 3 nodes. We're almost done with this one. We're almost down to 2 nodes. And it auto added in Kingpin for us. That's nice. So let's go give it a shot, shall we? Let's give it a whirl.
Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV.
Okay, so we'll start off by putting bleeds on. I want to just hit as many people as possible, so I'm going to go straight at Okoye. This is not our last 6 people here. There are 2 more enemies that are going to drop onto the board. You can see up top left that they have 8 people remaining. And there they are. Looks like a bunch of Thors. So I'm going to try to hold... to a degree, I'm going to try to hold good abilities, but it may not be in our best interests. I don't know. Because these Thors are going to be tough. And every time I hit one, the other one's going to get turn bar. Let's just go ahead and let's do what we got to do. Let's try to work Killmonger off the board first. I want to save that ultimate. I don't think it's going to be necessary. Kind of want to save this ultimate. I don't think it'll be necessary. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We'll save the summon. This is nice with 4 characters. Man. So yeah, we'll just go to basics, work Thor down, save most of what we got. Yeah. Love it. Love it. And what I love even more is that that's 200 more T4s that we can put into our Black Order team, which is where that's going. I'm going to max that Black Order team. They're 500k now, but I am pushing that limit. And when I get done maxing them, I'm going to buy more Red Star upgrades on them. I'm leaning into that team hard because they're earning me cores. Anything that will keep me earning 400 or 500 cores a day, that's what I want to be doing. So that's why I'm actually a little behind. I would have had more city characters ready, but I needed those biomats to raise Corvus, and that was just more important to me. So let's see here, a little top off for Frank. And let's get into this next section. This is probably going to start getting super hard now. because there'll be a lot more enemies on the field. A lot more enemies. Yeah, 8 of them in total. And so this is 8 out of 24. There's only one healer on this field, and that would be Mercenary Lieutenant. He also has a damn good buff. Wanda will do the equalization thing, so there's that. She's supportish, but she's not technically a healer. So let's start laying in some damage and just do as much as we can. We'll do this attack and then one more. And just try to make as much. See, this is why I was holding that ultimate. Hitting 8 people versus hitting 3. It's not even a question. So we'll lay all those bleeds in, just try to stay alive long enough for them to work. We'll summon up our 7 red star tanky boys now. Oh man, okay, I'm wrong. These guys took them out in one hit. That Wanda just messed us up. A little retaliatory. Yeesh. Double Punisher retribution shot, but that's all they got. That was bad. That was bad. Morty, I need a pep talk.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
%. There we go. There we go. Load up all these people who are going to murder me. So once again, let's lay some bleeds in. I'm going to try to hit as many characters as possible here. AE damage is more desirable than single target. With the defense down, maybe we can do some good there. Maybe get this Merc Lieutenant off the board. There we go. Dropped our first character on the node. It's sometimes with these all these Dark Dimension nodes, but DD3 especially, it seems like you start off and you're just hitting your head against a brick wall. You're getting your butt kicked. You know, doesn't seem to be a lot you can do about it. But then you just keep chipping away at it every day, and eventually you hit kind of a critical mass where there's so few of them that suddenly you can kind of handle it, and then you really kind of start to take things over. Now I'm hoping he can just stay alive long enough to apply some of those bleeds, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So anyway, that's all I'm wailing out on it for the day. Those Dark Dimension 3 rewards will be there when I get there, right? There's not a huge need to rush. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we all want to get ahead of our competition, and the competition is certainly stiff where I'm at. Down to 89 on the leaderboards. I'm kind of losing ground, actually. Kind of losing ground. The top ranks are all the way up to 12.5 million now. Of course, that's just the one guy. That's Disinfectant. But still, all these guys over 12, they're a full 2 million above me. And that's got to largely be red stars because I got all the characters, right? So in the interest of that, and, on that note, it looks like the next thing we're going to want to do is red star blitzes. Yep. So let's go do that Red Star Blitz. Let's get a rotation going, shall we? We'll do a rotation, maybe two rotations, and then I'll have to call it for work. But we'll get a lot done in the meantime. Okay, so I don't like any of these teams down here so much for tier 8-3. We'll start trying from right about Guardians and see if we can't just pull up a good matchup. That's not terrible. That's even better. And we'll see what we can do with that. So no Iron Fist. It's a Punisher. I mean, it's a Pun Fenders with no Iron Fist and no JJ, which I don't understand in the least. So it should make it pretty easy to roll through this. We'll just get Punisher off the board immediately. Make it a 5v4. We've got Minerva. Like this is going to be no contest. Like, these guys lost before they ever came in. So I'm going to clear these defense downs because I don't like those. 50% extra damage on my peoples is not something I truck with. So I'm going to hit Daredevil with this and hope it stuns him and blinds other people. Yeah, he resisted the stun, but okay. Now we'll apply our defense ups and death proofs, which is one of the reasons that Groot is such a great character to carry into Dark Dimension 2, is that defense up plus death proof combination. Really, I mean, you know, uses ultimate for cleanses when you need it, but otherwise just smack people with his hammer fist and make sure that everybody on the team has defense up. That's what he's there for. It's just like Star-Lord. You know, when you go into Dark Dimension 2 with Star-Lord, you should always use his special over his ultimate. Generating energy is way more important because he's basically there to generate energy for Minerva. Oh, so close. Oh, just die, Logan. There you go. Just die, man. No good choices here for Ultima Marauders, but we'll try this Guardians team. We'll see how it goes. I gotta mute you for 1 sec.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
And we're back. Thank you for your patience. So do we get ourselves a Drax or a Groot, or do we hold off? Let's just go ahead and get ourselves a Drax. because we do need that. That opening salvo was rough. Okay. This is going to hurt too. Pulled through it. A little healing up. More bots. Ultron might be the one that ends up carrying us through this. There we go. Oh yeah, use that on an Ultron bot for sure. Alright. Gamora going off, but let's get their energy battery. So it was not an easy win by any stretch of the imagination. But we're going to pull this off. Oh no, Groot. What are you doing? And then he's going to come back. Did I speak too soon? Did I speak too soon? Is Groot going to solo me? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. There we go. Well, where's that Asgard team now? No Luke Cage. This may go terribly bad, but let's try this. If it does, like all the matchups that look even close are worth a try in 8-3. And if you know, if it doesn't happen for you, you just retreat out of the battle. You maintain your 8-3 and you move on to the next team, right? If you're building wide and you got a good, nice wide blitz roster, that shouldn't hurt you too bad. You can always come back around to that team later, especially during an event like this one. Where it's only 25 blitz credits or charges to play them again. Ooh, a lot of resists. I hate seeing that. I'm gonna charge up Cable. Now that we've got him charged, we're gonna turn manipulate and try to drop that taunt, which did not work. This I think goes to non-summon, so it should, yeah, there we go. That should finish off him. Little high-speed hacky sack. Not sure who this is going to go after. Ah, that worthless healer. So let's start getting rid of some of the damage. I think Cyborg probably should go before Reaper. Let's see if we can't yank him. That did a lot of his health. Love it. Love it. This X-23, I mean, this X-Force is getting better and better. Now Reaper. Ability blocker. I maybe should have ability blocked the tank, but whatever. Yeah, he didn't have a taunt up anyway, so we'll just keep working here. A little slice and dice. Negasonic can hopefully finish that off. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this regenerate bot over here. This guy, I mean, like he's had no effect on the fight whatsoever. Not that the tank has a great effect either. Wow, okay. 100% revive though. Nice. We'll save that special. Homeboy does have a lot of hit points. He's just not going to do enough damage to win this. Typically, I really would focus healers, but I only focus good healers. And Oracle does not count. He's just, you know, pretty unimpressive. You know, very little direct healing or none at all. And it's just regenerates, right? Regenerates take a whole turn to come back around and give you anything. And that's not that's enough time for people to kill that character, you know? So, all right, on to Brotherhood. I think any team with a Night Nurse on it is probably going to be easy to fight. Night Nurse is the second worst healer at this point, especially in a 5v5 situation. She's going to get one good heal off. She can't, you know, like, other than that, there's nothing else she's doing. There's really nothing else she's doing. So in this situation, then, Thor is going to be most of the DPS, so let's go with him. Lots of bleeds all around. See, she's used her heal. What was that? She's going to get a single target heal and a group heal. If she's lucky, she'll get them both off before they all die. And it's just not going to save anybody. It's just not going to save anybody. Particularly with all the AE damage that this team throws out there. She just can't keep up. In fact, I never targeted her once, and she's dead already. Alright, probably should focus Captain America between these two. You know, Hulk does more damage, but Captain America's feeding energy, and we want to stop that. There we go. There we go.
Riggedy, riggedy, wreck, son!
Not even close. Not even close. So that gets us to 4.5. And we're still a good ways to go from finishing the first rotation we're doing here. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Let's see here. Shield, Punt Fenders. They could probably do Punt Fenders. Let's do that. Basically, there is if I put the two taunters next to one another, then there is a synergy that they have there. But Pyro, I just want him as far away from the taunts as possible because I don't want him to catch splash damage. And it seems like the hardest thing with that team is keeping your Pyro alive from splash damage because he goes down pretty quick and easy, and he is most of your DPS on that team, and more importantly, he's putting out all those heal blocks and disrupts. So I value Pyro a lot. Magneto, once he does his opening thing, like I could lose him. I could care less, right? Once he pulls everybody together and blinds them, he's done his bit, and he's not that important anymore. So. And nobody really gets to act before he does that. So if he's in a position where he catches some damage and goes down, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. All right, so then let's try to get rid of Punisher. Definitely stun him. Oh, yeah, that killed him. Good job. And then we'll move to... JJ's a little more hurt. We'll move to JJ. We'll stop her from using her ability. You're probably right about that. But this match will be done shortly, one way or the other. I agree. Miles is really underrated. I used him to beat the. The tier 12 gold challenge. He was pretty instrumental in that. JJ, I was hoping to get JJ gone so she wouldn't be cleansing all those debuffs. And now Daredevil is just breaking my soul. Alright, I need to get Luke out of here before he heals. There we go. Oh, this is so close. This is going to be so close, man. This is going to be a tough fight. That counterattack got me. Daredevil very well may be able to solo us. Oh my god, this is going to be close.
Yes! Yes! You God, not today, bitch!
All right, so next up is Supernatural. It's hard to find Supernatural a matchup at tier 3 or at tier 8. So we'll try this, but I don't necessarily know that I like this matchup. And we may have to retreat from this pretty quickly. I got a lot of teams that can do tier 8, but some of them can only do tier 8 like 50-60% of the time, you know? So you want to do as many of them as you can. So like that's gonna hurt. But that usually what happens is they come out and they kill somebody right off the bat, and then you res them later with Strange. It's kind of the rhythm of this team. See, now Spider-Man is gonna take a lot of retribution damage. He nearly got killed just for killing Wanda, and we're gonna res Wanda, right? So now we can finish off Spider-Man. We can hit everybody with some heal blocks so that we don't have to worry too much about Mantis. I'm going to hold off on my Winds of Watum and just keep laying damage onto... Oh, Mantis went down. Just keep laying some damage onto Danvers because she's the most dangerous out here for sure. And if I let off of her, she heals up because she heals like 10-20% every turn. Now it's Heimdall that we got to worry about. Still no need for a Winds of Watum. So let's just get the big blind guy down. Nice. All right. And now we'll go ahead and get Wanda back in the fight. Equalize health, give everybody some deflects. And now Wolverine is not going to stand a chance. So they actually handled that matchup way better than I was expecting. And that's why you try. That's why you try. Invisible Woman. I mean, first off, build a Fantastic Four team around her, and they will do wonders for you in war offense and blitz. She's a great character to be used in Arena until you get Yo-Yo. A lot of the meta teams that were ruling the roost before Black Order had a Yo-Yo in there. You know, like basically Yo-Yo and Black Bolt. I know you probably don't have a Black Bolt yet either, but she'll probably do some good work for you in Arena. She's a great protector to take in there. Those barriers really make a difference. So you take her in there and you use her to protect your best characters, right? Like, you know, Star-Lord's probably one of your better ones right now. Star-Lord is great for the energy generation and that opening DPS that he does, especially in conjunction with Rocket. What you should do is take that Star-Lord, put him together with Groot and Rocket, add in Minerva and Thanos, which is basically like a, BKT team, and then go get yourself an Ultron in Dark Dimension 2. Ultron is, and maybe you already have if you have those characters. But Ultron's fantastic. So let's go ahead and get the defense ups on all of our people and charge everybody up. We'll do a little slicing and dicing Killmonger style. I like to start off by going ahead and getting this taunt up with M'Baku. Get rid of Medic, and now this team is pretty well fucking done. Pardon my French. Let Black Panther do some work. See, now with Shuri's defense ups, that hard-hitting Punisher ultimate did not do a whole lot to us. So that's one of the best parts about this team is that straight off the bat, turn 1, everybody gets 2 turns of defense up. Everybody's safe. Plus it charges Black Panther right off the bat, which is very nice. Which allows him to do... Now he's going to be... Oh, can I get a kill spree going? Oh, he lived. He lived. So close. We'll heal up. Shuri is also a great character to get raised up for your Ultima 7 team. And I use her still to this day for that. So I'm trying to get Luke down before he gets those heals that he's got loaded up. Because I don't want to deal with him healing nearly to full and having to do all that again. If Spider-Man did more damage, I wouldn't do that, but oh, nice. All good choices. Yeah. No, so for the range you're at, that's a damn nice team right there. Yeah, I can see a lot of players that are in that range, you know, just into the under 200K, they're not going to have anything that can mess with that. So I can see how you're doing well. Bravo. Okay, so let's see here. We want to take these guys up against city characters, and that's global, that's cosmic, and that's supernatural. So I'm actually not going to, I'm pretty sure they're not going to have a chance there. So we're going to move on. We'll see what my pun fenders can drag up. Man, this could maybe, if we can make sure we get Scientist Supreme down early, I think we can do this. I think we can do this. It's all attitude, man. It's all attitude.
Yeah. You gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
Okay, so I like our odds now. We'll go ahead and taunt up. Okay, good. We got rid of the big explosion. We might want to go ahead. Oh, well, he did it himself. I was going to say we might want to go ahead and get rid of Yondu so he doesn't summon, but he did it himself on the old counterattacks. Perfect. Okay, so we have just rolled this team. Not even close. So 1 second, I'll be right back with you. All right, thank you for your patience. All right, so moving on. Actually, let's peel back, have a look at the. Okay, now here is something that maybe they can do. This is a pretty big punch up. This is a 140K punch up. I have failed these before, but this is pretty much the niche for our Sinister Six, is taking out big Punisher, Pun Fenders teams. They're pretty good at that. They're pretty good at that. Probably not going to be today, because they're going to wreck my... that was pretty good. Okay. Good. A little good RNG. They're coming after the tank even when I haven't taunted. That hurt, but everybody survived it. So maybe we got a chance here. We'll start laying in our big DPS. Oh no, Daredevil. Stop it, Daredevil. You really need Vulture to stay alive long enough to do that. Right? Now we got a good chance. So we're going to put our taunt up, which will help a lot. We'll go ahead and get rid of Punisher. He's the closest to dead. A little lash action. And now we get rid of JJ because she's going to do that. She's going to feed energy to Luke, which is going to help him buff up. But Pumpkin Moms will handle that. So easy peasy. There you go. Sometimes that can go horribly wrong. If you lose Vulture in the Punisher barrage, you're done. It's over with, right? If Vulture doesn't get to do his ultimate, you're probably in big trouble on a punch up that big. But if you can get everything to go right, they can do it. They can do it. So we came back for them and got that done. So now it's time for our hero brawlers. And so this rando team is probably the best bet. Okay. Who should we start with? I think we just start up on this end. Spread some damage down. Dodging. No. Let's try to get Punisher off the field before he waxes us. There we go. And I think I fear Daredevil the most next. Who puts Iron Man on a team that does not have at least a Captain America, if not the full power armor team? Alright, so that hurt our Gamora, but she is our squishiest member. We'll pass this stuff on to Spider-Man. There we go. And then we can jack up Wolverine, and the splash damage will probably kill both of them. Yep, there we go. Called it. Alright, so 5.1 and counting. Still got about 8 teams left for this rotation. That looks good. That looks possible. That looks possible. That's the main thing. You just want to get a judge like, okay, I got about 8 teams that 100% can take nearly anybody in 8-3. And then I have about 10 more teams that can kind of do 8-3 if you get a good matchup, right? So you really want to farm those matchups and do the best you can to score the massive points. And of course, total collection power. It's all about total collection power in Blitz. Stronger teams equal stronger enemies equal more points. So people are always like, how do these people score all these Blitz scores? And I'm like, they've been playing longer than you. They have larger rosters. And it takes more than just a large roster. If you have a large roster and you don't know how to build teams, you will struggle in this mode. So it's a combination of both. Oh, that stun was nice. I needed that. All right. We'll flip that speed down or slow. Man, that doesn't happen every day. That is a 7 red star aim security right there. That does not happen every day. I'm thinking we might see her back. Well, who knows? It's all random. It's random numbers. Random numbers. Let's go ahead and get Hulk out of here since he's got a defense down. And he's probably the worst DPS we're facing at this point. And now, Tony's pretty much the only DPS we're facing at this point. So it's an easy win for us to ride out from here. I really love AIM. This is a great team. It's got a lot to recommend it. It doesn't hurt that 2 of my early red star pulls were 7 red star aim minions. So now I get to put both of them together on this team, and they perform quite well. I have a 7 red star Kree Noble that is my first red star pull, and I mean, she's better, right? She's okay. She does good damage. She hits like a truck, but that team still just isn't great. All right, so I think our Fantastic Four can handle this rando team pretty easy. And we're just jacking up that score. We want as many red star orbs as we can get, because it's never enough. It's never enough. And for me to get anything, I basically have to open elites. I almost never get anything out of a regular red star orb because I have all the characters to at least 4 red stars. And that's largely from opening a lot of red star orbs. So it feeds on itself, right? There's a very big snowball effect in this game, if you know what I mean, like the rich get richer kind of thing. I felt like my first 8 months playing this game, I was a salmon swimming upstream, right? Like I was having a hard time with it. I never got a legendary on the first run. I really felt like, okay, I'm behind the ball on this game. And I kept pushing. I kept buying energy every day. And slowly but surely, I went from feeling like I was swimming against the tide to feeling like the tide was at my back. And now it's like, feels like everything comes a lot easier, And so you just got to keep pushing till you hit that tipping point and you're going downhill all of a sudden. And it does come. It does come. Now don't let me mislead you. It comes with a great deal of expenditure of time and or probably both money. I do know some really successful free-to-play players that don't spend anything on this game or don't spend much. But it's really just the ones that are really competing at the top end are only the ones that started at release, right? If you come in as a free-to-play player today, you can do well and you can compete with the people that are on your level, but are you going to catch up to the guys at the top? Are you going to be in the top 100? Like, it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. To do that kind of catching up would definitely require a little wailing out. And I've got a video on my channel about how to most effectively do that if you're interested. If you can just put $10 a day toward this game, you can really skyrocket your progress. But that's a big ask. Not everybody can do that. But even if you're free to play, my advice still stands. You should spend your cores on energy. Even if you're not buying cores, spend your cores on energy, because energy is the way to go. My free-to-play account, I've been playing a free-to-play account for about the same amount of time as I've been playing the whale. And basically just buy those free cores every morning, right? The 50s and the 100s. And I rarely ever on the free-to-play account do I get all the 100s bought. He's not making that many cores a day. But I buy all the ones that I can and put it toward energy. And it's really helping him move toward those legendary characters that he needs a lot faster. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get Sentry out of here. Put a defense down on him, get him hit by a couple of his buddies, and then spread all that nonsense. Oh yes, love it. And we'll get our taunt up. We'll swap over here so we're hitting 3 people and lay it in with that 7 red star Heimdall I pulled. Padow. And that's why I do these blitzes so hard, right? And I'm not gonna stealth here because my taunt's holding fine and she's at full health. I don't know why you would use assassin. And maybe kill both of them. Yeah, but Electra's coming right back. Okay, we can live with that. So good morning if you're just joining us. Now we'll stealth. My name's Vac. We're playing some Marvel Strike Force. Welcome to Mortytown TV. If there's one thing you can be sure of,
Nobody exists. this on purpose? Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV.
Not to bum you out. Okay, so we're getting toward the end of a rotation in Blitz. We're doing the Milestone Madness or whatever, the Red Star Rampage. And so pretty much this is our Inhumans team. And our Inhumans team is going to be able to basically roll all these teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the one that's strongest. And that's going to be this partial Black Order. And I think we're going to do fine with these guys. And the reason I'm picking the one that's strongest is because that's the one that will score the most points. It's all about taking that base points, timesing it by that multiplier, which you've got jacked up to an incredible level because you're at tier 8-3. And then you're just trying to score 100K plus every fight and jack out those millions, you know? So we're gonna start by putting our efforts probably toward Corvus. He's gonna do most of the damage here. Let's spread some slows around. And then now we'll just start laying it in, setting up Black Bolt. They're doing decent. They're doing decent. This is 4/5 of a meta team. It's just not the same though without Thanos. All right, so let's see here. If I can't get rid of Corvus because he's stealth, then we probably want to get rid of Maul. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Corvus hits hard. Get rid of that taunt. Oh, please don't die, Crystal. No, we're going to lose Crystal. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. You in danger, girl. Oh my God. All right, so no messing with Black Order from now on. I did not expect this to go this way. All right, so we're gonna have to quickly beat a retreat and hang on to our 8-3 status because that's more important than any one fight. And we'll just pick a new matchup for these guys. Now look at that. That's totally different. Sometimes, you know, that you're only going to get those random 3. Sometimes it works out to your favor. Sometimes it does not. But Inhumans is not the new hotness. Black Order kind of is. I mean, you could say X-Force, but I don't think an X-Force can beat a Black Order. Black Order is still the new hotness in 5v5. And they did the one thing they needed to do. They killed my Crystal. I mean, they could have killed Karnak and I'd have rolled through the rest of that fight without issue, right? So that's just the way the RNG bounces sometimes. So this team's just all about throwing out area of effect damage and setting up Black Bolt as much as possible. Of course, every time an enemy falls below 25% health, Black Bolt gets a free attack. Black Bolt is probably the best DPS in the game. He's incredible. And using Black Bolt and Yo-Yo, before Black Order came around, I used Black Bolt and Yo-Yo to just, I had been at the top of Arena and then I fell off a bit. And man, jacking up a Black Bolt and a Yo-Yo took me right back to the top again and set me there. And I've been there ever since, right? So I knew when Black Order was coming around, I thought, well, I might want to go hard on this team just so I can stay up here because I'm kind of used to those 500 cores a day. I need those cores, right? They keep my costs down. So let's see here. We can probably beat any of these teams, but let's go with this 550 punt fenders.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
All right, so we're going to barrier up. I want to ability block Punisher and keep him from doing his big shot. I think I'll Put some damage over here on the left side, which will give me a retribution shot from Punisher, but we'll be fine with it. We speed up with we hold all of our big shots, and we're gonna speed up. We're gonna basic attack. Hang in there, War Machine. Now we start the wombo combo. All right, beginning with Ironheart, then War Machine, then Falcon, and then we finish it off with Iron Man. JJ managed to survive all that, but I think we can whittle her down. Shouldn't be a problem. And there we go. Five, 6. And then we just keep the points going. We keep the points going. Now we're on to our X-Men. Definitely don't want to fight a full Black Order. That's probably the winner right there. Yeah, door number 1. Door number 1. I think a full Black Order is one of the few teams out there that X-Men cannot beat. X-Men is great right now. They're still fantastic. They overlooked because of all the new hotness. But the truth is, man, most of the teams I take this team against, even with 150k punch up, by the time I get to Cyclops' ultimate, they're all dead. They're all dead. I don't even get to use my Phoenix ultimate a lot anymore. She doesn't even die half the time. And against this poor team, she may not. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna set her out there and give her, make her the only person they can hit. So hopefully she will. But you just never know. Now let's go ahead and taunt. Yeah, we taunt her right out of stealth. I love it. All right, I love it when Wanda extends debuffs that don't exist. That's always nice. The computer's just so bad. Let's work out Storm a little bit. And then if we set things up just a hair, I think we'll be ready when Summers gets his ultimate, like so. See, that's it. It's over. Phoenix never died, right? That team could have handled a lot harder, and there's just nothing harder to put them up against, except maybe a better composed team, but that was the highest scoring team we could have attacked in that scenario, so there you go. There you go. All right, so moving on to S.H.I.E.L.D. A perennial powerhouse in the game. S.H.I.E.L.D's pretty incredible. Always has been. The addition of Fury, made what was before the best minion team in the game suddenly became the best team in the game when they put Nick Fury in. And then once they started falling off a little bit, they added Coulson. And Coulson's incredible. He's great DPS. Really, it was what the team needed, right? They have a lot of sustain. They have a lot of tankiness. They can last forever. But they're padoo, padoo, that's their damage. Just little pistol shots, right? So it doesn't do a whole lot. They're not really known for their DPS. And so when Coulson came along, that changed everything. So I'm not seeing anything here that I need to get the defense ups for. If there were a Punisher or somebody like that in this group, or a Namor, then I would go ahead and put the defense up so that I'd be ready for that big AE attack. But that's not coming. So let's go ahead and just summon some minions. And that'll be a few extra attacks that we can lay in on this Minerva and try to overwhelm her. Plus, it's, the computer loves attacking them, right? The computer just loves to waste its time attacking minions. Summon minions, no less. Now we'll go ahead, we'll get the defense ups. We'll top off some health. Oh, we're heal blocked. I didn't even see that shit. My bad, but I think we'll pull through. I mean, he's gonna pull that back out again, but once we get this Minerva, I'm liking our chances. Tank's still holding strong. Let's go ahead and work down Cable. I'm not liking his turn manipulation. And now Morto, because of the heal blocks. Oh, you killed Fury, you bastard. Oh no, this might be turning bad on us. That did not help. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. I hate to have to do that, but it's better than losing your 8-3. So we'll just walk on. We'll grab our Black Order team. Again, can kill anybody here probably. So we'll just take the toughest team, which will be this 604K. Should be a nice big scorer. Should be a nice big scorer. Hate losing. What is that, like 2 or 3? Oh, that's terrible. In one rotation? That's not good. It's not good. I need a pep talk, Morty.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
I feel better after that. I don't know about you. And we'll drain the last bit of that health out. Oh, never mind. We'll finish him off with Corvus. So 121K for that. Puts us just shy of 6. Which means that we started at 4, so we've earned almost 2 million in this rotation. So that's how you really get it done. You get a nice, big, wide roster. You get a lot of teams that can take on tier 8-3, and then you pick through them. You give them all a shot. If they fail, you're out. You move on, but you give them all a shot, and you just earn as many points as you can. So we're so close to 6 that I'm going to go ahead and top that off by picking out one more team here for our Black Order to take down. So if you're unaware, I've set up a new Discord for the channel. So there's a Mortytown TV Discord. You can find the link in the description below. It's public. It's open to everybody. Come on in. There's places that you can hang out at Blitz and Shits and chat with your fellow gamers. There's an Ask Vac channel where you can ask me anything that's not covered in one of the videos, and just places to hang out. There's a Show Me What You've Got channel, Show Me What You've Got, where you can show off your screenshots of your awesome tunes. Let us see them. I'd love to see them. And there's also a channel where you can look at my roster as well. I've been putting, as I finish characters out and get them to gear tier 14, I'm putting screenshots on there so that everybody can get a look. Just to see where they might get one day. And we got a few viewers I've talked to that are in the 7, 8, 9 million range that are just right on my heels, right? Certainly not far behind me. Okay, so I was hoping that would do more damage to Heimdall, but we'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on the moon and flip buffs right now, so that we can get rid of that taunt. I really want to be hitting Hela, but let's heal up Cull, and now we can start working Hela. Love the retribution attacks. So let's drain some health. Put the power couple on Hela. And then let's see. This might be a snap. it doesn't always play the animation right. It was a snap. It was a snap. Sometimes it plays it perfectly and you'll see them, drift away. Not that time. Not that time. All right, so that's got us to, what are we at now? We're at almost an hour and a half. I'm at 6 million. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to probably do another rotation or two at work. But for now, that'll probably do. We've already got the milestones out of Orb Assault. What do we got here in the mailbox? We've got the raid completed. We could go start up U7, and then we'll call it after that. So let me grab Baxos as well. Well, he can just stay where he's at. We'll jump right on in here and get going. I'm getting a lot of notifications. People trying to get a hold of me. So we'll hold off on that second rotation. I got about an hour before I got to leave for work. Because I'm not a full-time YouTuber, and I really have no intention of being. Because like a lot of those guys are young, right, and they're just looking for a good career for themselves. Me, I've got a career. I've been working 25 years with the same company, and so I'm not looking to do this full-time. This is just a hobby for me. I did this as much to just to have some fun streaming and maybe increase my recruitment opportunities. I guess was one of the biggest reasons. But other than that, let's see now. Where is your Ultron? Oh, never mind. So these early lanes, these early nodes in the U7 lanes, I can't talk this morning. These early nodes in U7 are not that difficult for this team. This is like I guess 450k team, somewhere in that range. And they roll through all this pretty good. I made a video about them. They're my fire and forget team. And I'm sure that there'll be less fire and forget on the next difficulty level, but I still think they'll handle the content fine. Just might take a little more target acquisition, right? And I can kind of ignore them at this point, and they'll do fine until we get to the later boss nodes. Get back on ×3. I don't know. I just noticed we were still on ×2. That's not good. That's not good. We got to hurry this up. We ain't gotta, but still. I still have like the detritus of a night of shooting fireworks going out in my yard that I need to pick up because nobody cleans up after themselves. Let's get that Venom, who's pretty tanky, but we'll get him. Although that does bring back 2 retribution shots, but Trooper doesn't do the damage that he used to. He's still worth worrying about. But this team can handle the storm. They can weather that storm pretty well. There's a lot of defense on this team with Shuri, and basically, first off, you got Yo-Yo cutting everybody's damage in half. Then you have Shuri providing defense ups, and then you have the healing that goes with that. You have the life drain from Minerva plus the resurrections. Like there's a lot of sustain on this team, and that's why it works as a fire and forget. Oh man, everybody's dog gets scared on the 4th of July. Mortars. Yeah, a lot of bottle rockets, Roman candles, that kind of thing around here. Kids running around all day long with poppers. Right outside that window behind me. There's like an alley out there. Like behind this window. I live in the city. There's a an alley access way that goes behind people's houses right there. And on the other side of that alley is my brother's house, Baxos. And there were kids over there, pop, 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 pop. And I was like, hey kids, how about y'all keep that down a little bit? And they were like, why? Can you not hear your TV? And I was like, no, I'm trying to do a stream, man. And they were like, oh, cool, you on Twitch? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, cool. And then they went somewhere else. No, actually, Baxos, my brother, went out there and said something to him. But still. A lot of kids. They're just having a good time. But yeah, his dogs, you know, they get scared, man. You know, the dogs don't know it's a holiday. All they know is there's a lot of big booms and they don't like it.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
Thought we'd just get a little music while we were working through Juggernaut, because that takes forever. There we go. Takes a minute and a half to kill Juggernaut. You kill Mordo in 5 seconds. That's what he does, man. That's what he does. Oh, that reminds me, we need to go spend all those orange mats that we earned in Dark Dimension 3. Need to figure out which one of the Black Order team I'm putting that on. Possibly Call, just to up his... I mean, possibly Corvus, just to up his damage a little bit. He's got a couple of his abilities that I have not yet jacked up. But I actually need one more on Proxima also. I might do that. If I get the Proxima ultimate, it adds a little more speed bar rollback. And that actually might be more beneficial than a little extra damage. You know, I have never met Valley or talked to him. I have spoken to Casino in the past. I'm a viewer of both of their channels. It's a good thought. It's definitely a good thought, William. I'm not opposed to it at all. I just don't know those guys. I'm more of a fan than more of a fan than a you know, what do you call it? I don't necessarily know that I'm on their level. I mean, certainly in the game I am. Valley Flyin is a great content creator, and his production value is way over mine. I'm working on it. Right? I got an Elgato Stream Deck, and I'm trying to put scripts into it that kind of jazz things up and stuff. And I'm really leaning into the Rick and Morty thing. But I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll email the guy and talk to him about it. The only content creator that I've actually interfaced with in the past is I've talked to Casino some, and I would DM him sometimes, talking to him on, you know, during his stream or even after. Where mostly we just talked about, like, you know, 7 Red Star characters, things like that. So I wouldn't say I know the guy, but we talked some. So yeah, Valley would be cool. That would be very cool to do something with Valley, and I have no doubt that would bring more viewers in. Because they got you know, like, basically the big 3 are Valley, Casino, and OMG, and then you got some second tier guys like Tana, Wolverthor. Those guys are real good. They do some good content. And I'm not taking anything off any of those guys. So yeah, I mean, if I can reach a level of kind of critical mass where I'm building up more and more viewers, I'm not even at 200 subs yet, right? Then yeah, I would absolutely want to do stuff with. I would love to do some stuff with Valley. That guy's awesome. Seems really cool. I would probably be too tempted to just like not talk to him about the game at all and just talk to him about YouTube and video editing kind of thing, because that's where I'm you know, I'm a hobbyist at this, and I've had to learn. I didn't even have Photoshop on my computer when all this started, right? I've had to learn things and to just kind of pick up the skills that you need to be a YouTuber. I already had the game down, right? I already had the game down pat, but everything else is kind of new to me. I'm a novice. But I'd love to be a guest on his stream. I'll, like I say, I get a little more head of steam going when I start feeling a little more legitimate, and I'll do that. I'll email him and see about doing something in collaboration. Down to just the bots. Pretty quick and easy now. Yeah, it's a good thought, William. It's a good thought. I've considered it, but I just don't want to be like, hey, I'm brand new and I really could use you to boost my signal. Like that, just, coming at the guy cold out of nowhere like that, man, that I wouldn't want to do. So let's go ahead and we're going to spend 50 cores and just get this one last boss node on this wing done. And then we can finish the rest up tonight. Then we'll go spend that. Those orange mats for gear for ability mats. All right, so we'll start off going at Fury. We're 59% on that beta raid. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Need to get the old free-to-play boy working down this U7 lane so I can get him done before I go to work. If we keep, I've had a pretty steady string of recruits coming in. I've filled all the spots that we need to fill on the Locos. In fact, and then some. Actually, I cut a guy I've been wanting to cut for a while who just wasn't pulling his weight. And so now, I think what I might end up doing, if we have some more strong people applied to be in the Locos, I'm going to drop the free-to-play out of the Locos and possibly use him as a guild leader, alliance leader for a second alliance, like a B team alliance. I get a lot of people that are less than 4 million that are contacting me about joining up. So we may make a cluster if we continue to get interest. And it will certainly be fun to workshop with my friends some more Rick and Morty names, right?
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Get back on that Loki. There we go. They're like a force of nature. Love that team. Some of the best characters on my roster, no doubt about it. Okay, so Baxos is working through. We will come back tonight and get ourselves moved around up there toward Ultimus. So that's all the damage I can do for now. Oh, Ronnie, okay. Until I can get some more energies. So we're gonna grab what orbs we've opened here. All right, man. All right. And let's see here. I think this is pretty much mostly all Ultimus orbs that we're hanging on to. We need some more chimichanga. A mega orb. I don't need a mega orb. Oh, that's nice. I don't need it. It's nice. I got him 7-starred. but we'll take that. That should get us to 49 Ultimus Orbs. There we go. Man, spammer. Okay. So let's go take a look at the roster real quick. Ooh, what we got here? Milestones. Some more chimichangas. We'll save those for later. Love them chimichangas, man. I might have Mexican for lunch when I get done here. Ooh, that's a thought. That's a thought. Okay, so let's see here. Thanos is completely maxed out, so let's have a look at the rest of the Black Order. Cull Obsidian's got all of his T4s. Maw's got all of his T4s. So like I was saying, we could put this into her last light ability, and I'll get reduced speed bar by an additional 25%, which will make it 50%, which that'll be handy. Or I can put it into Corvus and basically just give myself more piercing damage, which is not bad either. Not at all. And we can almost get both, right? We can almost get both. We might be able to get the ultimate plus. Nah, I don't think we can. All right, so we're going to save Corvus and pure damage abilities for last. I'm not really that high on pure damage abilities. But I am high on completely maximizing arena characters, because a little extra damage can sometimes be the difference in a mode like that where the competition can be so stiff. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy her, this is a little extra damage on her ultimate, piercing damage even, so that's nice. And it's going to, of course, reduce the speed bar by 50% now instead of 25%. And then that will leave us just a little short of getting either Bloodletting or Grimglaive here. Probably Grimglaive next on Corvus. So there you go. So that makes our full Black Order team is now 506K. 506K.
Riggedy, wrecked, son!
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I think that's just about all the damage we can do today, unless somebody's knocked me down in arena. No, I'm still at second place. Yeah, Corvus is fantastic, man. He's great DPS. And pair him with his wife, and he's even better. His basic becomes like everybody else's ultimate. It's crazy how good they are. So I guess that's pretty much about all the... I got one more arena battle to do. We're going to do that later this evening, right? So that's all I can knock out this morning. That's pretty much going to knock out all the content that I could do. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get some stuff done around the house before I leave for work. I want to thank every one of you that's been riding along live this morning. It's so great to have you here, and I love to see so many returning viewers every day. It's fantastic. I love every one of you. If there's anything I can do for any of you guys, you just let me know. And so if you're watching later on YouTube, thanks for watching all the way to the end. That's pretty sweet. That looks great on my analytics. If you guys can give me a like or a subscribe if you haven't already, we appreciate it. I'm not trying to make any money off of you. It just, helps us get ourselves out there, get ourselves known. We show up on more searches. So, yeah, cheers to you as well, sir. Thanks for coming. So until I see you guys again, you be cool. You keep gaming. I'm Vac, and